Welcome on into Palm Springs Stadium for some more PSCL action. We've got the Bootleggers hosting the LumberJacks. First pitch seconds away as Brady Bickett fires in strike one, as it was the leadoff hitter for the Jacks, Medina, going in to drop a bunt to start us off.
Yeah, and Charlie Gonzalez will join you on the call. Just apologies to get myself situated. The game's starting a few minutes early before it is scheduled 9 a.m. first pitch, as it's a 1-1 count.
Lefty on the mound, going up against the lefty in the box. Chops one over the pitcher's head. It's going to be a tough play for the second baseman. Medina is in there with a leadoff single.
And that one, it's rare to see pitches that bounce like that, because not only does the pitcher go for it and he can't quite field it, but then the second baseman, thinking the pitcher was going to get it, runs in too late, and it was just a tough one to field, considering also this field's a little bit damp and the ball didn't roll very far. A swing and a miss at the first pitch is Jesus Vasquez.
Jesus Vasquez playing shortstop tonight, or today, excuse me. He's already got a guy on base trying to move him over. Chops one to second base. Flips it. Tough dig. Gets by. He's going to round first, head to second, and get thrown out at second. No, he's in there. So the runner's out at second on the first out. But he's able to come around on a fielder's choice.
The fielder's choice, also kind of a bad hop there. But here we have John Heitzman, the left fielder, batting lefty, so it fits him. We have a handful of fans here to watch this game. Here's the first pitch. Strike one.
Another lefty-lefty matchup here. We've had two of them so far. Swing and a miss from Heitzman. He's down 0-2. Runner on second with one out here in the top of the first. LumberJacks and the Bootleggers rematching after the LumberJacks won 11-5 on opening day, as Heitzman is able to foul that one off and stay alive.
One thing I love about the PSCL is the color matchups, because you always have some like bright, vibrant colors along with it, and every combination I see, it reminds me of a college team or a pro team. I tip my hat off to the people who make the uniforms and choose them, and also the logos too. The Jacks uniform, it's an axe for the J.
Green and orange in this matchup. Here's a pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Shortstop bobbles it a bit, and the throw is errant. That's going to bring home a run. And Heitzman advances to second.
So that'll bring a single for John Heitzman, and advancing to third on the hit is Vasquez, but then coming home on the throwing error by the shortstop. A little bit of a sloppy game thus far, and the LumberJacks doing their best to capitalize off of it. Bootleggers find themselves trailing 1-0 here in the top of the first. Here's Miller Murray, the catcher. Brady Bickett has another base runner to deal with. There's ball one.
Bickett standing in at that right-handed batter's box. Murray, excuse me. Bickett fires in ball two, as he's out there getting ground balls. Just his defense hasn't been able to get him that third out of the inning. Leaves that one high. So it's now 3-0, 1 out, with a runner on second. Miller Murray trying to continue this inning. Watch us strike one. Jacks, as I said earlier, won 11-5 in the initial matchup between these two teams on Tuesday morning on this field. That one misses. 4-4. So Murray heads over to first.
Yeah, runners on second and first. There's been already 2 errors by the Bootleggers infielders. We're going to go to about the middle of the order with Kane Stillwell, the extra hitter, who, because he's an extra hitter, we could see him fill in another position later in this game.
Looks like we got a courtesy runner over on first base for the catcher. Looks like Stevie Hutchinson to come in and run. There's strike one. So Hutchinson on first and Heitzman on second here in the top of the first with 1 out. Swing and a miss from Stillwell. That was a big swing, Charlie.
It was, and he came around all the way, and it was a fast swing as well. Got to keep your balance on those, because if you do get a hit and you stumble, then that could be a problem. You could be tagged out as a result.
Bickett comes set, checks the runner on second, kicks and fires, and it's a ball outside. 1-2 count. Couple of guys on for the LumberJacks trying to put up a big number here in the first. Runner on second moves to third. It's a ground ball to second base. Out at second, out at first. So the Bootleggers are able to turn 2 and only allow the Jacks to bring 1 across the board. So it's 1-0 heading into the bottom of the first.
Like a family setting, you know, we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
All right, welcome back. It's the bottom of the first inning. Bootleggers trail 1-0 after a pair of errors by the shortstop. And now leading off, it's number 1, Giovanni Liberti, also due up, Aiden Mori, and Isaac Herzog. Henry Wallen starting on the mound for the LumberJacks. He has a brother on the team, Matt Wallen, still waiting on his number. And we do have a new player today for the LumberJacks. We'll talk about that in just a moment. There's ball 1.
Yeah, that one did not miss by much. Got a couple of southpaws on the bump today for both teams, Wallen and Bickett. Both left-handed pitchers.
Sky's this high, hard to see, and this is in the shallow left field. And making the call is the left fielder.
Yeah, those are tough this time of the day, trying to track down a high fly ball like that. Good job on Heitzman to stay with it.
And he had his teammate right there in center field, Jordan Medina, in case he lost it. They were right next to each other, so good communication. The first pitch for Aiden Mori. And he popped that up in the infield. The pitcher is making the call. Maybe they collided, and there's ow, that's got to be frustrating. It bounced out of the glove of the pitcher because the third baseman collided with him. And how do you think that's going to be an error on the third baseman?
That's got to be an error. I mean, you could hear both players calling out for it, both Wallen and Barsness over there at third. Somebody's got to come up with that. I mean, if the pitcher's calling it,
yeah,
he should take it. Normally, it's an infielder coming in. Tough look.
That's grounded right down the line, foul. I think because the collision caused the pitcher to drop it, and it was because of the third baseman, I think that will be E5. He the collision just jocked the ball loose from the glove. That's how I'm going to score this. But either way, 4 pitches in, we've already got quite a bit going on here in the bottom first inning. An error, fly out, and a runner on. Grounded foul again by the visitors' dugout.
Wallen's getting contact. He's getting guys to either pop it up or get soft grounder. So he's got that contact pitch working. We're gonna have to see if he can have his defense behind him, get him out consistently. That's a good spot right there for him. Gets the backwards K.
So 1 away here two away here in the bottom first. And the first strikeout of the day goes to Henry Wallen. And coming to the plate now, number 22, the designated hitter, Renee Vela.
Another lefty-lefty matchup. We've seen a lot of those already in this first inning. Not every day you see those. Little slide step. Ooh, got him way out in front.
A big swing and a miss. Starting low and ending high on that swing. Yeah, swung too early before the ball got there.
Yeah, good off-speed pitch from Wallen to start out the at-bat. Let's see if he stays with the slow stuff.
Grounds that, foul, and yeah, the first baseman was ready to field that, but he saw the foul sign and didn't go for it anymore. But that would have been one of the easiest unassisted tag outs at first that I've ever seen. It just, as foot was already on the bag, he didn't need to move him. Boop, that's it.
Crocier is lucky over there. That ball took a bad hop, and it would have ate him up if that was a fair ball.
Fouls that off again.
Nice swing there from Vela. After being down 0-2, able to take that pitch and fight it off. It was a good spot from Wallen. And he finds that spot again and gets Vela looking.
Great job by Henry Wallen. It's 2 strikeouts, so it's 1-0 LumberJacks lead after the first inning. We'll be right back with the top of the second.
Somewhere down there is you. And just like us, you're an amazing Palm Springs vacation home. I bet we have a lot in common. Elevated, yet down to earth. A place to soak it up, sip it down, and make a splash. A place where staying in is even better than going out. Not just a place for visiting, a place for living in the moment. that moment when vacation dreams become reality. You're one of Palm Springs' best kept secrets. Let's show you off. Because you're so much more than just a home. You're a destination. You're an adventure. You're an idyllic escape. You're a happy place.
Need extra repaired? Then go to Overhead with All. Repairs, service, retrofits, and more. This overhead door has been the best in residential commercial doors, openers, and accessories. Stylish new garage door for your efficient commercial door. A better integrated door system application. Remember, if you logo, you are not getting the original overhead door you need. Look for the red ribbon, reliable and safe. Technicians are trained, knowledgeable, and continued success is due to employees. Call 760-772-3667.
Welcome back to the top of the second inning. Due up for the LumberJacks. 6'7", Lucas Barker, Tyler Barsness, and Frank Estrada. Bickett on the mound again. He had a total of 18 pitches in the first inning. Had a couple of errors by his shortstop and gave up a pair of hits as well. Grounder over to the shortstop. Bounces. Check it over to first for out number 1 on the first pitch.
Nice little redemption play for Rivero over there at short. He had a couple of throwing errors in that first inning, but this time he's able to make a clean throw over to Zach Perro at first for the first out.
And third baseman, Tyler Barsness, who collided with the pitcher, Henry Wallen, that disrupted that pop out and earned him an error in the scorebook. There's ball 1.
Yeah, that's tough. Like going back to that play, normally if you're a pitcher and you hear an infielder calling for the ball, you hightail it out of there. And Wallen hung in there. He was in position to make the play as Barsness, big swing and a miss on that off-speed pitch.
Yeah, because pitchers, it's usually, you're right, it does go to the infielder's responsibility to make that catch, but because Henry Wallen was the closest to it and it bounced in his glove, but the collision made it fall out, that's a tough one to score, but it's got to go to somebody.
At the end of the day, it's still an error. Luckily for the Jacks, didn't come back to haunt them too much.
So 1-2 count for Barsness.
That was a good slider from Bickett.
That's a chopper again over to the shortstop. Rivero hops after it bounced off the uneven turf of the infield and gets the out. 6-3 for out number 2. Back-to-back 6-3 putouts.
So 2 errors in the first, throwing to first, and back-to-back 6-3 putouts for Rivero to start out the second. Nice little get you back in the ball game with those 2 defensive plays. And that ball took a tough hop. He had to be patient and take a stab at it as it jumped over his head, able to make a strong throw. Good play defensively from Rivero.
Yeah, and not every team has played on this field yet. The Coyotes will have their first game here, so that each team is kind of getting used to the field dimensions because they've had to play at the turf field, which is significantly smaller. They also had to play a couple of games at the high school field, but that's over. And so, yeah, each field has its own quirks, its the differences, and every position has to get used to it.
Oh, nice pitch from Bickett right there. Had Estrada way out in front.
Yeah, earlier this week when I was calling the LumberJacks game, I said that their uniforms combined, because they have green uniforms and orange hats. There's strike 2. It looks like the University of Miami, but forget those hats because now it looks like the University of Miami in the game matchup, green and orange. It just reminds me of the Hurricanes. That's what my mind goes to.
That was another nice off-speed pitch from Bickett. Now he's ahead 1-2. Ooh, try to go through a slider at that back foot to Frank Estrada. Did not get him to chase. So we got deuces wild here.
And as the game goes on and the sun comes up, the dirt will all be the same color by around the start of the second game. But because it's still early, you see the circle from where the tarp covered the home plate overnight. And there's ball 3.
Count runs full. Be a huge walk for the LumberJacks if they can get a guy on first here with 2 outs, because Bickett has been dealing here in the 2nd inning.
The payoff pitch. Grounds it over to the second baseman. Heck takes a weird hop. He jumps and he throws it to first for the 4-3 putout. So Bickett retiring the side in order. And we're going to the bottom of the 2nd. LumberJacks still hold a 1-0 lead. We'll be right back.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the 2nd inning. Due up 5-6-7. Declan Rivero, Zachary Perro, and Noah Ariola for the Bootleggers as they trail 1-0. Swing and a miss out ahead of that pitch.
And Henry Wallen picking up where he left off. I know it's only been 1 pitch here in this inning, but he ended the last with back-to-back strikeouts, and there's another big swing and a miss from Rivero. So he's got another hitter down 0-2, and back-to-back strikeouts. He's got plenty of confidence. Let's see where he goes here.
Oh, there's ball 1. Before that, he threw 8 consecutive strikes. So Isaac Herzog retired on 3 pitches. Rene Vela retired on 3 pitches, and the first 2 pitches to Declan Rivero. So 8 consecutive strikes for 2 putouts. That's not bad.
Just missed outside with that spot. Low and away to the right-handed hitter. 2-2 count. Here's the delivery.
Oh, that ground's foul. For a split second, it looked like it was going to go fair, and then it took the bounce off the ground.
It just rolled over from Rivero. He was out in front. Good change of speeds from Wallen. Here's another 2-2. Swing and a miss for the first out of the bottom of the 2nd.
Here's Zachary Perro, the first baseman, number 32. And the rest of the lineup for the Bootleggers as follows. We couldn't get through it because the game started before we had everything written down, so apologies for that. So he's 6th in the order. And batting 7th, the third baseman, number 28, Noah Ariola. Batting 8th, the center fielder, number 13, Hayden Tanksley. Batting 9th, the left fielder, number 7, Easton Ogle. And batting 10th, the second baseman, number 19, Maddox Farrell. Swings and misses at the first pitch. That one, he swung underneath the ball. You could see, you blink it, you miss it, but you could see the ball just before it went into the glove. It was above the bat.
Wallen's got these hitters guessing up there. That one's a ball outside, not a bad pitch to live with. Low and away, again, to the right-handed hitter from a lefty. But he's had a really good change of speeds. He's had these hitters all over the place. Haven't had a whole lot of hard hit balls from the Bootleggers. It's a nice swing right there, though. Perro Pero fouling that ball straight back. It's now 1-2. Three straight strikeouts for Wallen. Can he make it a fourth? Try to go change up there. Pero did not bite.
And keep an eye on the outfielders because the LumberJacks, from right to left, they get steadily further closer to the warning track. See, right fielder is closest, then center fielder's in the middle, left field's way back. Foul back against the net.
Yeah, left field's playing way deep here.
And it's wise, though, because Zachary Pero is a right-handed batter, so in all likelihood, if he drills one, it's more likely to go to him. But in the off chance that it goes to center or into right, they're going to scoop that up quickly and prevent him from being an extra base hit.
Swing and a miss, so 4 straight strikeouts for Henry Wallen. He's got 2 down here in the second.
Have yourself a day, Henry Wallen. He's off to a great start. No hits allowed, only 1 base runner. That was because of an error.
Yeah, one unfortunate way to have an only base runner come. It was a pop fly right to him. Teammate ran into him. Not a good way to allow your first base runner, but I don't think his team will be complaining too much. They got a 1-0 lead. And as I mentioned, Wallen's got 4 consecutive Ks. He's dealing out here.
And it takes ball 1.
Wallen out of Orange Vista High School, just graduated within the last month. Fires in a strike. It's now 1-1 to Noah Areola. That one's outside for ball 2.
Yeah, the second game after this at the same field will be the A's against the Coyotes. And the Coyotes playing their first game here. I met their coach yesterday, Jacob. He was very nice. He told me he had the lineup ready, and I should have asked him a picture for it then, and I didn't. It's popped up and drifting foul by the visitors' batting cages. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's a Club Trinidad with us.
Areola settles back in for a 2-2. Oh, not a bad spot. It was just a bit outside. Count runs full. Wallen tried to spin in a curveball to strike out the side. He's going to have to throw a payoff pitch here. Oh, just foul tipped.
I didn't hear a piece of it I didn't hear the bat make contact with the ball. I thought that was strike 3, but no, he stays alive, and we're going to have another payoff pitch in just a moment. Home plate umpire, he's talking to the pitcher. Not sure what he was telling him.
I think he's just giving the catcher a little bit time. I think that foul tip went off of him. Common courtesy between the catcher and the umpire. Those two they get the rough short end of the stick, for the lack of a better term, on the diamond.
Here's the payoff pitch. That's hit into shallow right center. Let's see who makes the catch. If anybody, it looks like it's going to bounce past them near close to the warning track as it nears the shade. And there's a 2-out double for Noah Areola.
That ball just kept carrying and carrying into that right center gap, and have a nice way to extend the inning with a full count, and just pokes a hard hit double for a 2-out hit to extend the inning.
Yeah, because the press box door isn't open all the way, it was hard to see where exactly that ball was going, but it looked like a pop fly that was going to not go halfway from where the infield ends to where the warning track begins. And then slowly, as they kept running towards the warning track, it was like, wait, I got that wrong. It's hard to keep an eye on the ball right now as we're just keeping ourselves cool here.
It just didn't sound too hard off the bat, but once you saw that thing go, it just kept going and going. So now there's a runner in scoring position for the Bootleggers.
The 1-0, yeah, the 1-0 pitch. Here we go from Henry Wallen. He gets in the top corner of the zone for a strike. 1-1.
Tanksley, left-handed batter, going up against Wallen, the southpaw. That's a good spot from Wallen. Didn't miss by much, but it's a ball. That fastball on the outer half did not miss by much.
The 2-1 pitch. Here it comes. There's strike 2.
Took something off of that one. Just drops it right at the knees to Hayden Tanksley.
And no Arriola, he's at second. And right before that pitch, it was the shortstop who was moving away from second base, just kind of indicating that he was not ready for a pickoff attempt. And the second baseman is nowhere near second base. So Arriola, real safe from a pickoff attempt right now. There it goes again. The 2-2 pitch. And we have another full count.
Murray going out to talk with his pitcher. I'm sure he's telling them, I know this guy on second. He's in scoring position, but don't worry about him. We're one strike away from getting out of this inning. Focus on the hitter. As that quick conversation comes to an end. Another payoff pitch coming up from the southpaw. Still 1-0 lead for the Jacks.
There's a 2-out walk. We have runners on second and first with 2 outs in the bottom second. So Bootleggers, they're threatening here as the leading run is now on first base.
Yeah, that was a tough call. Just a little bit up, but it was over the zone. After back-to-back strikeouts here in the second, a double and a walk has runners on first and second for Easton Ogle. Strike 1 in there. This feels like a big spot in this ball game. It's only the second inning, but Wallen has been looking sharp out there before giving up a couple 2-out base runners. That one's fouled off.
Yeah, the coach of the Bootleggers, also our trusty stats guy for TrackMan, so he does double duty this summer. He works hard. We appreciate him.
0-2 pitch with 2 outs. Where do you think Wallen is going here, Charlie?
It's tough to say, but I think he might try just a fastball down the middle, get him swinging, make him think he has something. Because if you throw another ball, at this point he's not going to swing at it, and you're just going to keep this at-bat going. Try and get him with a fastball.
He's got plenty to work with. He can go anywhere he pleases. Ahead 0-2. Here's the delivery, and it's roped. Almost a fair ball.
You're right by the home bullpen.
It's a nice swing there from Ogle. Just a little out in front on that 0-2 offering from Henry Wallen. He's going to try it again. After throwing an off speed there, I feel like this is where you might see that heater that you were asking for.
Another 0-2 pitch, and there it is. So Easton Ogle goes down swinging, and the LumberJacks keep the Bootleggers at bay. They still have a 1-run lead. We're going to the top of the third with 9-10-1 due up for the LumberJacks. We'll be right back.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyric. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Hey, Coachella Valley, Patrick Summers here, General Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Spring is here and summer is right behind it. Don't get caught with a broken air conditioning system. Call us now. Let us get a tune-up done. We're offering a special for $79. It comes with a seasonal guarantee. Call our team today. Get yourself scheduled before the heat hits. Be proactive, not reactive. Go ahead and book at callthegeneral.com or call our offices and we'll get you taken care of.
Welcome back to the top of the third inning. Due up, Peyton Ford, Aiden Crozier, and back to the top of the order with Jordan Medina. On the mound still is Bickett for inning number 3. He's up to 28 pitches in 2 innings. Here he deals the first pitch to Ford. Takes ball 1.
Yeah, Bickett's been throwing strikes. That last inning, he had 3 ground balls for that 1-2-3 inning. He had a few ground balls in the first inning as well. Just a couple of errors brought home that run, the only run of the ball game so far. So he's had that ground ball pitch working for him. Brady Bickett has.
The 1-0 finds the zone. 1-1. Was working for him more in the second inning, but he's still looking for his first strikeout. Doesn't have any Ks recorded just yet.
Just misses outside on that delivery. Count goes to 2-1. As you mentioned, 9, 10, and 1. Not every day you say that for the lineup. Big hack right there from Peyton Ford. Went with the fastball to get the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Peyton Ford's a designated hitter. We could see him swap at another position later in this game. But here's the 2-2 pitch from Bickett. He swings and misses, and he didn't get contact on it, so it's not a foul, and he'll go down on strikes. There's the first K for Brady Bickett.
Yeah, after throwing that fastball for strike 2, he went back foot slider from the lefty to the right-handed hitter, and he just swung right over the top of it, did Peyton Ford for the first out.
Here's the first pitch for the first baseman, Aiden Crozier. He takes strike 1.
Big open stance for Crochet. As Bickett fires ball 1. Crochet, the first baseman today, hitting in the 10 hole. Ooh. Oh, they're going to say he did not go around.
Sometimes on those swings around where the swing stops, the home plate umpire has seen it and he makes the call himself. But there, he deferred, and that was a big thing yesterday in the 2 games that Johnny and I called. Is the home plate umpire was the one making those decisions, because the infield umpire wasn't always at first base to see exactly where the swing was. Yep. So 3-1 count for Aiden Crozier.
Hitters count. Let's see if he's looking for a pitch and if he can drive it. Outfield's playing pretty deep.
Grounded over to the shortstop. Throwing across his body. It's a little slow, but it gets there. There will be a 6-3 put out. 2 up, 2 down.
Nice throw from Rivero. Nice stretch from Pero at first to get the second out of the inning.
You're practically a poet with those these rhyming names.
Right?
We could make a haiku.
Someone get on it.
Yeah, haiku is 17 syllables, a little poem. Learned about that in elementary school, and I forgot about it for a while. Here's the first pitch to Jordan Medina in his second at-bat. That bounces off the bat and behind the plate, ball 1.
Yeah, Medina actually has the only hit of the game for the LumberJacks. Leadoff single to kick off this ball game. Then he was thrown out at second, which was going to be a 4-6-3 double play before the throwing error from Rivero.
Fouls that off into the parking lot. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a few of the players that have come out here, their parents come out with them as well to spend the summer with their son. And others, they're staying out here with host families, and a few at Club Trinidad. They're staying all over. We've got a lot of players here to house, and they're enjoying Palm Springs. Some local as well. A lot of College of the Desert players in the PSCL, just like on the Power.
One-two count here with 2 outs.
Hits that to the second baseman. He's going to run quickly to scoop it up, throwing it across his body, and the throw is not in time. The tie goes to the runner. He's saying that the first baseman was off the bag. So there's a 2-out single for Jordan Medina. He's now 2 for 2.
Yeah, that was a bang play over there at first, but Medina's got good speed on the bases. So he's on first with a 2-out hit. That keeps the inning alive for Jesus Vasquez.
Here, Jesus Vasquez got on base because of it was like a kind of a hybrid error / fielder's choice. And then he came home on another error by the same player, the shortstop. Speaking of which, the shortstop, Rivero, throws it to second for the fielder's choice to tag out Medina. And that is how the inning comes to an end. So, after 2.5, the LumberJacks still have a 1-0 lead. We'll be right back for the bottom third right after this.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection in an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine-in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
Bottom of the third, Bootleggers due up. Let's see. We got 10-1-2. Maddox Farrell, Giovanni Liberti, and Aiden Morey coming to the plate this inning. Henry Wallen still on the mound for the LumberJacks.
Another lefty-lefty. We've seen a lot of those today.
Ooh, ropes it foul. Oh, just a couple of feet away from being fair. That would have gone in the corner of right field. Could have been a double, maybe even a triple.
Both lefties on the mound today. Pitching well so far. It's a 1-0 ball game here in the bottom of the third.
Hits that into center field, but it's kind of in shallow, and moving back to make the catch is the shortstop, Jesus Vasquez, for out number 1.
Nice job to turn your shoulder from a shortstop's perspective and get into shallow center field to make that play, especially this time of the day with the sun glaring down on you. It's not easy to find the ball when you're running behind yourself.
There's ball 1 for Liberti as we're back to the top of the order. As you mentioned, that pitch had an odd kind of a curve, and so did the hit that resulted off it. But once he moved back, because that looked like the center fielder, it was his ball to make. The issue was he was too far away to make that play, and the shortstop noticed that. So good read for Vasquez.
That one just missed outside. Umpires are not calling anything on the outer half from either of these lefties, it seems like. And that one's up for ball 4. So Liberti's on base with a 1-out walk. That's going to bring up Aiden Morey. Outfielder for Gardner Webb.
Here we have a pinch runner for the catcher, Giovanni Liberti. I don't see his number now. We'll look through the old trusty binoculars. They don't have numbers on the front of their uniforms, so this will be a tough one to identify. I will get it to you as soon as we can. Maury fouls that off.
Big hack from Maury. He's trying to do damage at the plate here, I can already tell. It's a nice swing. Just fouling it off for strike one. That's Wallen taking his time, recollecting himself on the mound. Trying to manufacture a ground ball to get himself and the LumberJacks out of the inning. And he does just that.
It's a comebacker, and that'll be a 1-6 put out, a 1-6-3 double play. That's how the inning will end. What a great play.
That might be an El Paseo Jewelers web gem. Pitchers are athletes too. Comebacker throwing it to second to turn two is not an easy play. He made it look pretty easy.
So we'll be right back with the top of the fourth. It's a 1-2-3 inning. We'll be right back.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99, including one mouth-watering entree, a refreshing beverage, a $10 power card, and a whole lot of fun, which means you enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. But look, that's 5 good things. Good things come in threes at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Buy online or in-store today.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are two teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Top of the fourth, here we go. Bickett still on the mound for the Bootleggers. Due up 3-4-5, John Heitzman, Miller Murray, and Caden Stillwell. So to recap the bottom of the third, that pinch runner for Giovanni Liberti was number 4, Garrett Amodeo. The double play was possible because of a comebacker hit by Aiden Maury, and it was 1-6-3. Here's the first pitch. Oh, gets a piece of that, and that would have been a bloop single, just roping past the infield, but that went foul.
Yeah, sort of a half swing from Heitzman. Didn't fully commit, but he still made pretty solid contact. Not a whole lot of exit velo, but smooth as he flared that one down the first baseline.
Swings and misses.
Really big hack on that pitch. Now he's down 0-2. Bickett, after getting his first strikeout in the last inning, he's got 3 pitches to work with here. Gets him to swing and miss over the top.
3 strikes, 3 pitches for John Heitzman. 1 for 2 now today. He got a single in the first and now strikes out to lead off in the fourth. Here's Miller Murray, the catcher. Had a walk in the first inning.
He had a couple walks in their initial matchup on opening day, did Miller Murray. Chops that one to third. Easy throw for Areola. Gets the second out as Miller goes down.
We're breezing through this inning so far, and here comes the extra hitter, Caden Stillwell. Now, we've already had a pinch runner for the Bootleggers catcher, but not yet for the LumberJacks. Miller Murray, when he walked, no one came on for him. That could potentially change in next at-bat.
There's ball 1 to Caden Stillwell out of Ventura College. Sophomore infielder. Nice open stance from the right-handed batter's box.
That's a grounder, or excuse me, a bouncer. Oh, and running over in an attempt to field it was the second baseman, Maddox Farrell, but it just got past him. So there's a 2-out single for Caden Stillwell.
Yeah, he grounded it right up the middle, and Farrell, the second baseman, had a lot of ground to cover, just couldn't quite get there. It took a funky hop, but it would have been a tough play to make regardless. So, as you said, 2-out base knock for Caden Stillwell extends the inning.
That was started as a ground ball, but once it got the mound, it took an odd hop. And yet some of the uneven turf here, early in the morning while the dirt is still settling, it can pose as a challenge for infielders. There's ball 1 for Lucas Barker.
Lefty comes set, checking the runner over there at first.
Ooh. Wow.
Hard line drive.
Good thing no one was sitting there. It went right into the bleachers in the top row.
We haven't had a whole lot of base runners in this game so far, but the ones that have been on have not been too active on the base pass. And as I say that, he takes off. That's a stolen base.
Yeah, that pitch was ball 2, and we have a stolen bag for Caden Stillwell as he gets in scoring position for the first time today, and he is the first LumberJack runner to be in scoring position since the first inning.
Yeah, we've had plenty of base runners, just not a whole lot of action, and I like that idea, trying to swipe a bag, get in scoring position with 2 outs.
There's ball 3.
Sam DiMatteo, the manager for the LumberJacks, hitting coach for the Power. Wanting to be very aggressive here in this top of the 4th. There's strike 2 and the count runs full.
And it's quite the opposite for Lucas Barker's first at-bat, who grounded out 6-3 on the very first pitch, and now he works it to full. So showing more patience at the plate this time.
You can see him choking up on that bat, too. He knows he just has to put the ball in play to potentially bring home a run.
But he doesn't do it there as he swings and misses. So in the top of the 4th, no runs come home for the LumberJacks. They still have a slim 1-run lead. We're going to the bottom of the 4th with 3, 4, 5 due up for the Bootleggers. Hang tight.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 4th, Isaac Herzog, the extra hitter, leading off for the Bootleggers. Due up after him, Renee Vela and Declan Rivero.
drops in an off-speed pitch to start out this inning. As Wallen's 5 strikeouts through 3 innings pitched. You said only 45 pitches, make it 47 after the first 2. In this at-bat, it's 1-1. He's moving quickly, as he's not taking too much time in between pitches. He's firing a pitch, getting the ball back, stepping on the mound, and doing it all over again. Very quick tempo for Matt Wallen.
There's ball 2. And it's good prep for college because, you know, we have the pitch clock now that was brought from college to Major League Baseball. And some of these players, many of them, are going to reach a D1 school, and it's going to definitely impact them. So if they're getting that in now, then it's for the best. This is hit deep into right field, drifting over, trying to get underneath it, waiting for it to make the catch is Barker for out number 1.
Yeah, pretty routine fly ball for Barker down there in right field. Sun's not too much of a problem on that part of the field, so easy out number 1 for the right fielder. That'll bring up Vela, the designated hitter. You got the extra hitter and the designated hitter hitting back-to-back 3-4 in the Bootleggers lineup.
Ground or chop foul, excuse me, over by the visitors, a little photo box. Some of these turn from grounders, and they take a weird hop and they turn into choppers.
Vela and Herzog are also not only teammates here for the Bootleggers, but they're teammates for Cisco College. A lot of guys from Cisco College on this Bootleggers roster. So that one's in there for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and that's it's all about, like, based on luck, exactly what team you land on in the PSCL. There's ball 2, because some siblings end up on the same team, some do not, and some and when there's teammates from colleges or high school, you have a little bit more of a chance to land up on the same team as a teammate, and some of them are lucky as well.
Big swing and a miss from Vela right there. He goes down swinging. As Wallen gets that strikeout pitch once again, he's now got 6.
So 10 pitches through the 2 at batters he's faced. There's Declan Rivero. Fouls that back. Rivero struggled at short in the first inning, but then was able to redeem himself. He got 4 putouts. All of them were assists, and he takes ball 1. Ball 2.
Still a 1-0 ball game. Only 4 hits in this ball game. It's been a very well pitched game of baseball. As Rivero goes swinging, counts even at 2-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. LumberJacks lead 1-0.
The 2-2 outside, so a full count with 2 outs. And Rivero struck out swinging, lead off in the 2nd. We'll see what it does here. You know, one of the worst fears I have, and this might sound crazy, as a commentator and a scorer, is when your pencil lead breaks in the middle of an inning, you have to scramble to sharpen another one. This is fouled back.
Nice swing there from Rivero. That pitch middle in to the righty, fouling it straight back. I think if Wallen comes in that zone again with a similar velocity, he's going to have to watch out because Rivero was on that one. And Wallen switching out baseballs. Wants a new one from the home plate umpire, and he gets one.
Does that ever happen to you while you're scoring, or do you always use a mechanical pencil or a pen?
I like to score my games in pen. I think it's a clean look. I know I'm in need of some whiteout, I'll tell you that.
There's ball 4, and we have a 2-out walk. And for me, it's always, I could make a mistake, and I could be corrected later on, so it's better to have the ability to erase the mistake. So now here's Zachary Perro, the first baseman, who also struck out swinging his first at-bat, just like Rivero before him.
That was the third walk of the ball game for Wallen. Got 6 strikeouts. He only allowed 1 hit. But his team only hangs on to a 1-0 lead.
This is a bloop single. It's going to bounce into shallow center field. The second baseman couldn't back up in time to make it. So on the first pitch of the at-bat, it knocks one into center. And now we have the tying run in scoring position and the leading run on first. Now, the Bootleggers have been in this position in previous innings, but specifically the second inning. But they got to do something different here if they want to put runs on the board.
That was a nice approach for Perro in that last at-bat. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just put the bat on the ball, and it ends up being a nice line drive to center field. Drops in there in front of him. I got first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
Takes ball 1.
Yeah, Wallen tried to spin something in there to the righty. He's trying to get a ground ball here.
Ooh, not 90+ miles per hour off the bat, but that goes foul.
Yeah, he went back inside to the big right-handed hitter in Noah Areola, and he just turned on that. Just foul by a couple of feet. I mean, if that thing's on the right side of that third base line, that could be 2 runs for the Bootleggers.
And that went all the way. It wasn't foul territory, but when it stopped rolling, it settled in fair territory, right by the 350 feet sign. So one of the Bootleggers had to go and fetch that before play could resume. Now here we go.
Awkward pause there. Somebody called time.
So that pitch won't count.
Nobody told Wallen. He fires in a pitch anyways, as the home plate umpire and Perro evacuate the plate. So we'll do it again.
Rope side into left field. That's going to get into fair territory. Buying enough time for 1 run to score. And for Zachary Perro to go all the way to third. So an RBI single by Noah Areola ties the game up at 1 apiece.
Good piece of hitting right there. Another pitch inside that he's able to turn on and pull it to left field, as the runner on second, Rivero, was going to score easily. And heads up base running from Perro to go first and third. With 2 outs, the Bootleggers are not ready to end this 4th inning. That's a walk and 2 consecutive hits after 2 outs to start this inning.
We could have a pitching change here. Not sure yet. There is someone warming up in the bullpen. It could be the new guy, Garrett DeYoung, but we'll wait and see. But what really was the big reason why they scored, not just the back-to-back hits by Perro and Areola, but the patience of Rivero at the plate, because in the first at-bat, he was swinging at nearly everything. This one, he showed more patience, and that's how he got the walk, and now they tied the game.
And that's got to feel good for the shortstop, Rivero. He made a couple of throwing errors in the first that allowed the LumberJacks to score first, but he comes around to score here in the bottom of the 4th to tie the ball game up, effectively erasing the run that he allowed in. So it's a brand new ball game, 1-1, 3 hits apiece, 1 error for the LumberJacks, 2 for the Bootleggers. We still got first and third with 2 outs. It's going to be Hayden Tanksley at the plate, the center fielder. He walked in his last at-bat in the 2nd inning.
And this poses kind of a challenge for Henry Wallen, because he faced him before, and he was patient, and he couldn't get him to bite at enough pitches to strike him out. And now you face him again, and because he's a left-handed batter, there's a wide-open gap in between the first baseman, the second baseman, and the right fielder's way far out too. So this could be disastrous if something goes into right field. This popped up into the stands just behind a couple of fans that are shading themselves from the sun with an umbrella. That'll be a free souvenir for them.
Yeah, with runners on the corners, corner infielders are playing close to the line, but the middle infield is playing up the middle. So as you said, there's a big gap between the first baseman Crochet and the second baseman Estrada. Might be a good spot for the lefty Tanksley to pull one into that gap to give the Bootleggers their first lead.
So it's an 0-1 count for Tanksley. Awaiting the pitch. Wallen delivers. He's going to rope that right to the second baseman, and that will be an unassisted out at second for you. Not too often I score a for you out, but in bottom fourth, they Bootleggers bring around a run, so it's tied at 1 apiece. We're going to the top of the fifth. LumberJacks lead is gone. We'll be right back.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for two or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Welcome back to the top of the fifth. The LumberJacks no longer have a one-run lead. It's tied at 1 apiece. Bickett's still on the mound for the Bootleggers. He will face 7, 8, 9 in the order. Barsness, Estrada, and Ford. First pitch is low. Ball 1.
Yeah, low-scoring ball game, but very well pitched, as both Bickett and Wallen, both left-handed pitchers, have been out there dealing. Big reason why we have a 1-1 ball game. Only 6 hits, 3 apiece through 4 innings. And we've had a good one here at Palm Springs Stadium.
He fouls this off, going towards the visitors' batting cages. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Barsness grounded out to short in his last at-bat. Had a lot of ground outs to short, as Rivera has been busy over there across all 4 innings.
The 1-2, low outside, ball 2.
It's not a bad spot to miss if you're Bickett, low and away to the right-handed hitter. Let's see what he goes with here. He's been throwing a lot of off-speed to get the outs, having LumberJacks hitter swing over the top of it.
Oh, hits this. Speaking of Rivera, goes right over his head for a leadoff single into left center field. Scooping that up and throwing it in is Tanksley. So on 2-2 pitch, ropes one over into the gap, and we have a runner on base, and the LumberJacks already threatening.
Nice piece of hitting there. Line drive base hit up the middle, clean contact. Those are one of those swings where you barely feel any recoil on the bat.
Frank Estrada in his first at-bat grounded out 4-3 on a full count to end the second. Swings and misses, makes contact, goes off his foot in a little bit of pain, but looks like he'll be okay.
Good opportunity to be aggressive on the base paths here after the leadoff guy got on.
There's strike 2.
I just feel like with the way both of these pitchers have been throwing today, they've had very good tempo each of them, Bickett and Wallen. Bickett working a little slower, but he's had these Lumberjacks on their heels.
Oh, there's ball one, and stumbling. It was looking like the catcher, Liberty, was going to make a pickoff attempt over at first, but he stumbles, and getting back safely is Barsness.
Estrada trying to put this ball in play. Runner goes.
That's grounded fair. Oh, into the corner of left field. It's way in foul territory past the home bullpen, up against the fence. Oh, slipping, and then it bounces away. The left fielder. Oh man, that's a tough one to swallow. So an RBI triple by Frank Estrada because the ball took a bad hop after bouncing off the fence. Brings home Tyler Barsness. An RBI triple, and that gives the Lumberjacks back the lead. It's now 2-1 with no outs in the top of the fifth.
And there we go. We're talking about aggressive base running. We hadn't seen a lot of it, but as the runner goes, they put up a hit and run. And normally when you see that, they try to go to the other side of the field. This time the right-handed hitter pulls it down the third base line all the way down into that corner by the 350 sign. And he ends up with an RBI triple, and the Lumberjacks reclaim the lead.
Ball one for Peyton Ford. So the issue with that one is Easton Ogle, he ran it down as quick as he could, but the ball, it had still had enough momentum. It bounced away from the fence. He slipped around the third baseline, then had to go in the other direction to get it. And there's a pass ball. Excuse me, I think he may have swung. No, he did not swing. No, that is a pass ball, so it's ball two and a run scores. So now it's 3-1 Lumberjacks.
Yeah, that's unfortunate after you just gave up a go-ahead extra base hit. He's standing over there at third with nobody out. You just trying to do anything to keep that guy from scoring with nobody out, and you just let him in on your own.
We have ball three. The pass ball, it was off the glove of the catcher, Liberty, and didn't necessarily have to stretch his glove out too much, so it's not going to be a wild pitch. And now it's a 3-0 count. Peyton Ford swings and misses, lone in the dirt. Strike one.
2-2.
Oh, apologies, 2-2.
We were all confused up here. I think that wild pitch threw us off. I think you were right. He must have gone around. Either way, it's a 2-2 count.
Oh.
Ford stays alive, fouling that one off towards the concession stands over on the first base side,
which aren't open yet, but hopefully later in the season we will get that open, and people on the first base side first base side can go and get themselves some refreshing things at a shorter distance. This is ground over to Rivero, throwing it across his body, over to Pero for out number one.
Good way to get an out, as of course it's Rivero over there at short. I feel like we've been calling his name all afternoon, or excuse me, all morning. But good way to get an out after the Lumberjacks reclaim the lead. You're at the bottom of the order. If you're the Bootleggers, you're trying to get out of this inning and go hit.
There's ball one for Aiden Crozier.
Crochet hit into a ground ball to the shortstop. Who else but Declan Rivero? He's had 5 assists in this game already defensively.
5 assists and 2 errors, and those coming in the same inning. So he's getting that work in. You know, started out struggling a little bit on that throw to first, but now he's gotten the hang of it.
Yeah, he's got the arm, as we've seen him beat out a couple of quick runners for the Lumberjacks. 3-1 count with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Lumberjacks put 2 on the board to take a 3-1 lead.
Oh, strike 2, a fastball right down the middle, and we have a full count. Now watch all the outfielders are backed up very far. They're just playing it safe against Aiden Crochet. Fouls off, stays alive.
Nice protective hack to fight off a close pitch. That one looked like it was going to catch the outer corner, but Crochet is able to fight at the plate, and he'll see another pitch.
The next payoff, fouls off again.
Very similar swing, very similar result as that foul ball goes off in a similar area. As Bickett's working Crochet low and away, trying to get him to chase something. At least he has the last few pitches of this at bat. Let's see where he goes to try to put him away.
Another payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. So 1 out walk. And there's another base runner for the LumberJacks. We go back to the top of the order with Jordan Medina.
That's going to bring out manager for the Bootleggers, John Tessier. That might be it for Bickett. Let's see. Might just be getting together. I don't see anyone warming up in the bullpen, so this might just be a conversation with the battery and the infield of the Bootleggers trying to manufacture a ground ball to get yourself out of the inning, turn 2.
Yeah, we will know soon enough exactly how much longer Henry Wallen will be pitching. It seems like they're gonna let him finish this inning if he can get out of it. But if a couple more runs come home, they may pull him in the middle. And as we were talking earlier, we saw a pitcher warming up for the LumberJacks out there. It's number 7. That could be the new guy, Garrett DeYoung, but we will wait for confirmation on that, as there's currently no number 7 assigned to anyone on the LumberJacks roster.
Here is Medina, as he gets a piece of that for strike 1, fouling it off. He's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. He is yet to come around and score, however.
Yeah, he's tagged out going to second, 4-6 in the first, and then 6-4 in the third. So unfortunate luck, or bad luck going to second, but he is 2 for 2, so he's being productive. There's 1-1.
See how aggressive Sam DiMattio's squad wants to be here in this inning, where they've already put up 2 to take the lead. And with the Bootleggers leaving Bickett in there, not sure who might be coming in to get some late innings. But after a really good start from Bickett, this feels like the opportunity to jump on him and get a few runs on the board as insurance.
The 2-1 ropes this over into the third base bleachers. No one's sitting there. No one usually sits there, but we like to keep it clean, tidy, and ready anyways. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Check over at first. Here's the delivery. Slider low and away in the dirt. Runner goes. Oh, and the throwdown hit him.
Whoa. Okay.
Not a good throw from Liberty as it hits the rear end of Brady Bickett in there with a stolen base.
Okay. Now I got to mark that as something I've never seen before.
So a walk and a stolen base now for Crochet. They're going to give Bickett some time to rub some dirt on that, although I think he's okay. Not a whole lot of damage was done there on that throwdown. Friendly fire from Liberty. Still 2-2. Only 1 out. 3-1 ball game. LumberJacks trying to extend their lead, especially now that Crochet is in scoring position after that stolen base.
Yeah, full count for Medina. Bickett still only 1 out in this inning. Has a little bit more work to do. See what he throws with here. And that's rope to the third baseman. And staying over at second is Crochet. I keep mispronouncing that name. And the third baseman did have trouble scooping it up because of the speed of that. Do you think that could be an error or a hit?
That's got to be ruled. That's an E5. I mean, that's a routine play to the third baseman that he just can't come up with bobbles it in and out of the glove as Areola unable to get the second out of the inning. But now there's a force out at third and anywhere else other than home, still with one out. And there goes that force out. Pass ball, runners will both advance.
And that E5, the inning continues, not necessarily the fault of Bickett, but he's going to have to stay out there. And still one out, 2 runners in scoring position because of that.
Vasquez, the shortstop, at the plate right now. Reached on an error and scored in the first. And grounded out to the short. He's trying to put the ball in play, bring home 2. Infield is in for the Bootleggers, down by 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. Excuse me, top of the 5th. LumberJacks trying to add some insurance.
There's strike 1. It's a 2-1 count. Crochet, he has a lead off of third. He's trying to play it risky. In case there's another wild pitch or pass ball, he's ready to come home. He doesn't want to waste any time. Wants to get as close to home as possible without being too far away for a possible pickoff. And there's another pass ball. It's ball 3, but it doesn't go far enough away from Liberty.
Three and 1 count. A couple of guys in scoring position. Vasquez, I'm sure he wants to take a hack here.
He does just that. It gets past the third baseman, and coming home to score first is Crochet. Behind him, Jordan Medina. It's a 2 RBI single for Jesus Vasquez.
Good piece of hitting. Just pulls that right down the line with the infield in. Plenty of places to put it past him. And it just squeezes past Para over at third, who just made the error. And 2 big insurance runs for the LumberJacks. And it looks like that's going to be it for Brady Bickett.
Well, we shall see. But right now, the main thing I could compare this to is the Bootleggers fired a shot with a revolver and the LumberJacks responded with a machine gun. Looks like we're going to have a substitution out in center field as well. I think that's number 6. I'm not sure exactly who, but we'll take another look. Number 6 is in the outfield in center.
It looks like Hayden Tanksley is going to be on the mound to pitch for the Bootleggers. So he comes out from center field onto the bump. As it'll be a right-handed pitcher for the Bootleggers after Brady Bickett, the lefty. Got through 4 1/3. He's responsible for Vasquez over at first. But he allowed 5 runs on 6 hits. Defense made a couple of errors that didn't help him.
So yes, we're gonna have a couple of we're gonna shuffle around some positions. We'll be right back.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
So we're back. The pitching change. There's ball 1 for John Heitzman. And the pitching change is Hayden Tanksley, the center fielder. He comes in. Now playing in center field, it's Troy Johnson, number 6.
Tanksley, right-handed pitcher, coming in to face the lefty. Throws a ball. All he needs is a ground ball to get the Bootleggers out of this inning. 5-1 is the score now after the LumberJacks added 4 here in the top of the 5th.
The 2-0. Ball 3.
Yeah, that one just a little bit outside. Didn't miss by much. You can see what he's trying to do. Just work away from Heitzman and force a ground ball to try to get his defense to turn 2. But he's nibbling around the plate, and he's down 3-0 out in his first bit of action on the bump.
A fastball down low, and that'll be a 4-pitch walk. And advancing to second is Jesus Vasquez.
Fourth consecutive batter for the LumberJacks to reach base. Started with a walk to Peyton Ford. Then there was an error made over at third base by Areola, followed by the 2-run single from Vasquez. And then now a 1-out walk to John Heitzman. That'll bring up Miller Murray, the catcher. That ball gets by.
Looked like a wild pitch, and both base runners advance, and this inning keeps getting worse and worse for the Bootleggers. So it's a 1-0 count now for Miller Murray.
Couple of opportunities to extend their lead, up by 4, but now after that wild pitch, 2 runners in scoring position, and they can add to that 4-run lead with the ball put in play.
Ball 2.
That one just missed high. It was over the zone from Tanksley. That one's in the zone.
A lot to keep track of up here. We see there's still some fielding changes that we think were made. We can't see them when they come in. Maybe we'll have to ask in the post game. But yeah, for right now, the 2 that we're most certain of is pitcher and center fielder.
2-2 count. That was a nice swing from Murray. He's trying to do damage.
Another wild pitch, and another run comes home. It's 6-1 LumberJacks. Jesus Vasquez scores. John Heitzman advances to third. Now it's a full count.
Still with only 1 out. As we talked about early, the LumberJacks wanted to have that big inning, as it's happening right now. If you're the Bootleggers, you're on the wrong end of it. But this is exactly what Sam DiMatteo was asking for out of his team, putting up a crooked number.
That's pop foul, staying alive at the plate.
Another good swing from Murray. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk. I'm sure he wants to get in on the party that's going on here in the 5th inning for the LumberJacks. They lead 6-1 after a 5 spot here in this inning. And he draws a walk. That's the second walk of the day for him. He's going to get pinch ran for. It looks like it's going to be Stevie Hutchinson to come in and run for the LumberJacks backstop. Catchers in the PSCL almost always get a courtesy runner. Save those legs for the guys behind the dish. Here's Caden Stillwell. He watches ball 1. So runners on the corners here for Stillwell and the LumberJacks. They lead 6-1, but they're trying to add to it. Tanksley came into pitch after starting the game out in center field. Bickett went 4 innings and a third, but the Grizzlies in this inning ran him off. Runner goes and no throw down to second. Easy stolen base for Stevie Hutchinson.
Now keep an eye on the outfielders because like they're far back up to the warning track, center fielder and left field, but right field kind of moving in just a little bit closer. We have a right-handed batter, so it'll be an opposite field hit if it comes his way. There's strike 2. It's a 2-2 count. And just to recap, if you're just joining, you need a reminder. The score is 6-1. LumberJacks lead. It's the top of the 5th. We're now in our 9th batter here in the top 5th. Only one more, and we'll go through the entire order.
Infield in, but outfield playing deep.
Oh, popped up in shallow right center. Let's see who's making the call for that. That'll be the right fielder, Maury. But that's a sacrifice fly as John Heitzman comes home to score.
Good piece of situational hitting just to hit a fly ball and allow that runner to come home from third on the sac fly.
And the pinch runner, Stevie Hutchinson, does not advance. He's still at second. And now we go to the 10th batter right now. It's the only one who hasn't bat yet in this inning, Lucas Barker. And there's going to be another timeout. There's a couple of changes. It looks like the coach for the Bootleggers is indicating something. We're going to have to get an answer later on.
Going to bring up Barker. 2 outs now. Runner still in scoring position. There's ball 1. Tanksley came in a tough roll coming out of the pen, well, out of center field. Asked to get a couple of outs to get out of the inning. And he's had to use a lot of pitches to do so. Still 1 out away from reaching the bottom of the 5th.
And no, not possible for a force out anywhere. There's only someone on second. Swings and misses, strike 1. The final line for Brady Bickett, 4.1 innings, 89 pitches, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 7 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned. Ball 3.
Yeah, he started out good with how he was changing speeds, and he got a lot of ground balls in those first 3 innings. A couple of strikeouts in those middle innings. Someone's fouled off. But this 5th inning, he just couldn't get out of it. A couple of hard hit balls, especially that triple from Estrada down the line. He just ran into a couple of hard-hitting LumberJacks.
And there's ball 4 and a stolen base for Stevie Hutchinson. That's his second since coming as a pinch runner this inning. And there's, unless he struck him out. No, I'm sorry. He struck him out, but the home plate umpire was slow to make that call. My apologies. So, no, it is not a stolen base. That is how the inning will end. A looking K for Lucas Barker. And so we go through 10 batters in the top of the 5th. And now the LumberJacks lead 6-1. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be right back.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
All right, welcome back. It's the bottom fifth. We have a brand new face here for the LumberJacks. It's number 7, Garrett DeYoung. This is his first game here in the PSCL. There's ball 1. And due up this inning, 9-10-1, Easton Ogle, Maddox Farrell, and Giovanni Liberti.
Ogle with a strikeout in his first appearance, or his first plate appearance. Watches ball 2. It was a long top of the 5th when the LumberJacks were at the plate. They brought 8 runs across the plate. They now lead 9-1. That one didn't miss by much. It's now a 3-0 count to lead off the bottom of the 5th.
We do have to make a correction, though, because I correctly at first called it as a walk. They rolled the inning, though, meaning it ended, and those 2 runs scored, but they're not charged to Tanksley. Those are not earned runs. This is hit into left center field. Both the left fielder and center fielder moving back. It goes behind them, almost to the warning track. And there is a leadoff double on a 3-0 count for Easton Ogle.
Nice swing. He hit a green light on a 3-0 count, and he smashes it into the left center gap. Outfielders weren't playing too deep, as you can see that ball go over the head of Medina. Not a bad way to start off the bottom half of the inning. If you're the Bootleggers, nice hard hit double off the bat of Easton Ogle. And that brings up Maddox Farrell. Excuse me, we have a pinch hitter for the Bootleggers.
Number 6, it looks like number 5 or number 6. Let's see when he swings and misses, if he does, excuse me. What his number is. I know it looks, oh, that's 5. I thought that was my instincts told me. Okay, let's check out who we got. There's no one on the Bootleggers with number 5.
I believe that's Houston McCray out there, if I'm not mistaken, as he slaps that to third base. Nice play defensively. Strong play over there at third from Barsness. Stabs at it, gets on his feet, and fires a strike to first for the first out.
On a 1-0 pitch, he grounds it over to third. And the throw was high, but because the first baseman is also fairly tall, Crochet was able to field it no problem.
So the lineup flips over for the Bootleggers, and it's the catcher, Liberty, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. Slaps that one down the first base side for a foul ball. Over towards the Boys and Girls Club.
You think they just have a barrel of like foul balls that they find in the front office? That's probably got to have something.
I'd like to know how many foul balls the maintenance finds on that property over there.
Hitting this high in the right field, and it's caught immediately by Barker. And advancing to third is Easton Ogle.
Yeah, good base running from Ogle. Able to take the extra base. He's now 90 feet away from scoring. It's going to have to be Aiden Morey to bring him in. He reached on an error in the first and grounded into a 1-6-3 double play in his last appearance. That was in the third, which feels like an eternity ago. That one misses. 4-1. 1-0 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. That one's in there.
This game started out at a fast pace, kept it that way for about 4 innings, and slowed down big time in the 5th. That's popped up, and it looks like it'll drift foul and out of play, and it does. And the A's are already here. They're wearing red. They're going to be in the second game here at the Palm Springs Stadium. Around 11:30, the game will start.
The A's have been playing good ball this summer thus far, winning a couple of close one-run ball games.
One-two pitch from DeYoung. Fouls that off, stays alive, gets a piece of it.
Bootleggers trying to crawl back into this game. LumberJacks had a big inning. Bootleggers trying to get one of their own despite there being 2 outs.
That's a slow chopper over to third base, and the 5-3 putout ends the inning. Barsness to Crochet. So the Bootleggers unable to respond to the 8 runs that the LumberJacks put up in the top of the 5th. We're going to the top of the 6th. We'll be right back.
Like a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Welcome back to the top of the 6th inning. Tanksley now on the mound for his first full inning of work. It's a 9-1 ball game here in the top of the 6th. 6 runs came around before the inning ended, and then because of the rollover, the last 2 base runners were tacked on. So leading off is Tyler Barsness. Also due up after him, Frank Estrada and Peyton Ford.
8, 9, 10 for the Lumberjacks.
Hit right to the second baseman and quickly thrown over to first for the first out.
Nice hard hit ball off the bat of Barsness, who singled in his last at-bat, came around to score, but an easy routine play over that second for McCray, who came into the game. That'll bring up Estrada.
Swing and a miss.
Estrada playing second base. He had a few opportunities to, check swing there as Tanksley gets Estrada to show him the sword.
He went around. Did not need to defer to the first base umpire for that. The 0-2 pitch. There's a pass ball, 1-2.
Tanksley working pretty quick. It's always tough when you come out appear in the middle of an inning with guys on to get out of the inning. It's easier to come into an approach as a pitcher when you just come into an inning with a clean slate, nobody on, nobody out. There's just something about it mentally that can change how you approach a hitter. Two was low and in. Count runs full. So a nice at bat here from Estrada. He was down 0-2, and he works the count full. Here's the payoff pitch. Drops in a slider on the outer half. Caught looking is Estrada for out number 2.
There's the first strikeout for Tanksley. Now here comes Peyton Ford, the designated hitter, 0-2, still looking to get on the base for the first time. Oh, actually, no, we have a pinch hitter for Peyton Ford. That's going to be number 12.
Looks like Drake Rogers, the lefty outfielder, coming in to get some hacks. He steps into that lefty batter's box. With 2 outs, here the 6th, Tanksley spikes one. That ball hit the dirt a few feet before the plate, as Tanksley's working on that landing spot on the mound.
The 0-1. Strike 2.
That was a nice slider. Just got a strikeout with it. This time he uses it to get ahead. Throw him another one. This time it was low. Tanksley, you can see what he's trying to do with that fastball slider combo. And that slider has a ton of late movement. Fastball misses up and away. It's now 2-2. 3-1, excuse me. Here's the 3-1. And that's low for ball 4. So a 2-out walk to the pinch hitter, Drake Rogers. And that's going to bring up Crochet. First baseman hitting in the 10 spot. He's 0 for 1 with a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. Watches ball 1. A 9-1 ball game here at Palm Springs Stadium. Day 4 of PSCL action. There's a swing and a miss from Crochet.
Tanksley keeping an eye on Drake Rogers. And there's a pass ball. And advancing to second with ease is Rogers. So now another Lumberjack in scoring position. 2-1 count for Aiden Crochet.
Oh, he gets down to third. A very aggressive base running as he goes first to third on a pass ball. I think the throw-in was a little errant too. Ended up in left field. Very fortunate that he didn't go first to third and score, or first all the way around to home. So he is on third base with 2 outs here. And there's ball high. Two-one count with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Lumberjacks trying to add to their 8-run lead. There's a big swing and a miss from Crochet. Quick delivery. Oh, he fouled it off.
Get a piece of it. Yeah, hit right at the end of the bat. A little circle on the very edge.
Umpire gives him time to allow Liberty to take a breather. Small frame at the catcher position back there, but he's been going to work there all morning long. Plate umpire wipes off the plate before we get back into action. Tanksley, after getting the first 2 outs and the first 2 batters he faced, trying to get out of this inning. Check swing, strike out. As he does so, no runs across the board for the Jacks in the 6th, and Tanksley is able to get out of the inning.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are 2 teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
All right, bottom of the 6th inning. Here we go. Due up for the Bootleggers. 3-4-5. It's Herzog, Vela, and Rivero. Speaking of which, Herzog hits this deep into right field, high, hanging up, and getting underneath it to make the catch is Barker. 1 away after 1 pitch.
Herzog, very aggressive approach to that at-bat. First pitch swinging, and he gets his second flyout to right field of the game. And that'll bring up Vela.
Ooh, rips that foul down by the visitors' bullpen. No balls, 1 strike.
First pitch swinging again. So Herzig and Vela, the extra hitter and the designated hitter in the Bootleggers lineup today, sitting on the bench, not playing defense, just wanting to go up there and take hacks. And that's showed in these last 2 at-bats. Just both first pitch swinging, want to go out there and attack DeYoung.
There's strike 2.
It's tough being a designated hitter, just kind of being on the bench, watching the guys be out there off and on the field every inning, and you just go out there and you just focus on hitting. It's hard to stay focused for some players. Not everybody.
Not in Shohei Ohtani.
It is truly a hitter's task.
The 1-2 from DeYoung to Vela. Fouls that off, stays alive.
That one just snuck over the bleachers here at Palm Springs Stadium. As we're in the bottom of the 6th, the difference of this game is the top of the 5th inning, where the LumberJacks put up 8 runs. And strike 3 looking. Down goes Vela. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts today.
And keep an eye. We have a couple of fielding changes at shortstop and second. First, moving from second to shortstop for the LumberJacks is Frank Estrada. And then playing out in second base is Stevie Hutchinson. They turned around and I noticed their numbers, so hard to tell when they're running out. We have a lot of things to keep track of during the break. Yeah, that just caught my eye. There's strike 1. Following that off is Declan Rivero.
Here's the 0-1. Big swing and a miss from Rivero. As DeYoung ahead 0-2. Just went right at him with that fastball at the top of the zone. One pitch away from ending this inning.
Fouls off, staying alive.
Rivero 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. When he did reach base on that walk, he came around to score the only run of the ball game for the Bootleggers, courtesy of a Noah Arriola RBI single, who's currently in the hole. That one outside for ball 1. Not a bad idea from DeYoung to try to get Rivero to chase. Here's the 1-2. Another strikeout looking as he spins one in. And down goes Rivero. So back-to-back Ks looking for DeYoung and the LumberJacks. That's how the top of the 6th goes. As we've got the bottom half coming up.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like our eat, drink, and play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 19.99s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Welcome back. It's the top of the 7th inning. Due up, it's the top of the order for the LumberJacks. Medina, Vasquez, and Heitzman. Ball 1. And the new pitcher on the mound is number 12, Aiden Needles.
Needles, right-handed pitcher. Coming in, trying to get 3 outs for his Bootleggers. He's got, as Charlie mentioned, the top of the LumberJack order. It's going to start with Medina, who's 2 for 3, reached on an error in his last appearance when he came around to score. As he fouls that one back. He was a part of that huge 8-run 5th inning for the LumberJacks.
Yeah, he got on base with an error by the third baseman. It was fielding. He couldn't quite throw it in time to first. Then he came around to score on the RBI single by Vasquez. This is hit into right field for a leadoff single. And the LumberJacks keep pouring it on as their 9-1 lead looks to change and get even bigger.
Third hit of the ball game for Medina. All of them have been singles. That one was just a nice piece of hitting. Pulls it to the right field side in between the first and second baseman. So he's standing at first.
And it looks like we have a pinch hitter for Jesus Vasquez. That's going to be Stevie Hutchinson, number 2. So he was a pinch runner for Miller Murray, the catcher. Now he's playing second base, and now I guess he's in the batting order in the 2 spot.
There he goes, stealing. And he's able to get by. Stolen base for Hutchinson. Or excuse me, Medina.
Yeah, what happened there was the throw was on time. It was a little off, and so the throw, they tried to tag him when he was going to the bag, and he just slid out of the way without going off the baseline. As a result, he is safe. It's a 2-1 count. It's hit in the center field and caught by Troy Johnson. So a sacrifice fly moves Medina over to third.
23 coming into the ball game for the LumberJacks. It's going to be Logan Warden out of College of the Desert, local product, coming in to get a late game AB. Coming in to hit for John Heitzman. Watch a strike 1. Warden, listed as a third baseman. Watch a strike 2. Very familiar with the coaching staff, not only for the LumberJacks, but over at College of the Desert. Sam DiMatteo.
Hit by pitch, ouch, and near the left arm, and he'll go to first. So now runners on in the corners with just 1 out in the top 7.
First hit by pitch of the game, if I'm not mistaken. As that one just got away from Needles. So here's Miller Murray. He's had a couple of walks and a ground out to third, so he's 0 for 1.
That's hitting the right field. It's playable. We'll see. Murray moving over, making the catch, and quickly throwing it in. The throw is accurate, but not quite on time. And that sac fly brings home Jordan Medina and moves Logan Warden over to second.
Nice job from Murray to hit a fly ball and then allow the runner from third to come in and score. And the throw in from right field even allows the runner to advance at second. That's Warden over there standing on second base now.
Here, Caden Stillwell, the extra hitter. grounds that over to third. Scoop right into the glove of Areola. Excuse me, no. Yeah, Areola throwing it over to Pero for out number 3. And now we go to the bottom 7th. And it's looking like the Bootleggers need to score 9 to keep this game going. We'll be right back.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like our
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Management.
Welcome back. It is the bottom of the 7th inning. Leading off, Zachary Pero, who pops up in the infield. Moving up to make the catch is Frank Estrada for out number 1.
Very aggressive approach to that at bat to start this 7th inning. Normally you'd like to watch a few pitches, but I'm not against the approach to just go up there and take a hack at it. 10-1 ball game, got nothing to lose. But it ends up being the first out of this inning.
And here's Noah Areola. The pitch from D. Young. Another first pitch swinging, and that's lined out right to Jordan Medina for out number 2. So 2 pitches, 2 outs, 1 away from this game being over.
Yeah, that's got to hurt if you're Pero. That was a hard hit ball, hit right to Medina out there in center field. He barely had to move, but those are one of those outs that you can walk back into the dugout. Hanging your hand kind of high as looks like that's going to be the ball game.
There's only 2 outs, and they're just going to end it there, or are they going to have, no, they're going to have a relief pitcher come in.
New arm coming in.
We also are going to have a pinch hitter for the Bootleggers. It's going to be number 6. Let's take a look and see who we got there.
So it looks like it's Troy Johnson.
Yes, Troy Johnson, who is now playing the outfield. So he relieved Hayden Tanksley.
So he's going to come in to get 1 out for the LumberJacks. And as Charlie mentioned, so here is Troy Johnson for the Bootleggers for their last chance.
Ropes this into left field. And they're, so each at bat so far in this inning, they swing at the first pitch and they get a good piece of the ball, but this one is the first hit. So 2 flyouts and now 1 hit. And now there's 3 pitches in. Not too often you see an inning go along this fast.
And I'll bring up Easton Ogle, who hit a double in his last at-bat. He got stranded at third base.
Yeah, Warden now pitching. He was the last one that the Bootleggers will see. That ropes foul, heads up. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ten runs on 7 hits for the LumberJacks. Two and 1 count to Easton Ogle. Playing left field for the Bootleggers today. Was at second the other day. So a true utility player for John Tessier's squad. 2-2 count. Logan Warden trying to get one more strike.
Pops this back. Stays alive.
It was a good swing from Ogle. He was right on it. Just got a little under it and lined it back to the screen. Johnson over at first after that pinch hit single. And that ball is low and away. Count runs full.
The main takeaways from this game, it was really how the LumberJacks were able to respond after the Bootleggers tied it up in the bottom 4th, and just the Bootleggers just unable to respond after that. Whoa, look, turning around, trying to find it, not able to do so is Jordan Medina. He's staring into the sun. That'll be a 2-out RBI double for Easton Ogle.
Make it 2 doubles for Easton Ogle. This time he brings home a run. Keep this game and inning alive. It's now 10-2. Here we are. It looks like McCray is in to pinch hit for Farrell.
He takes ball 1. He now playing second on defense for the Bootleggers. Came in to pinch hit in the 5th, so he'll actually get more at bats than or plate appearances than the person who started in his part of the order. He's all the way at in the 10th spot. So it's a 1-1 count. There's ball 2.
Ogle standing on second here in a 2-1 count. That didn't miss by much. Either low or away or both. Either way, home plate umpire called it ball 3.
There's a 2-out walk. The inning continues, so it's a bizarre decision to make that pitching change because it hasn't borne any fruit. You had DeYoung retiring the first 2 batters on 1 pitch. Then Logan Warden comes in, gives up 2 hits, a run, and now a walk, and you have runners on second and first. There's ball 1, and we're back to the top of the order now with Giovanni Liberti. The 1-0. Ball ball 2.
Yeah, Warden only needing 1 out to end this ball game. I feel like he's just trying to force a ball where he wants it to go rather than just pitching it over the plate and trusting his defense. Here's ball 3.
Yeah, 16 pitches since coming in for Garrett DeYoung. There's ball 4. 4-pitch walk, loaded bases with 2 outs. And this inning will continue.
Little 2-out rally here for the Bootleggers. Never say die. As their big hitting right fielder, Aiden Morey, coming up to the plate with the bases loaded after a single, double, walk from the right arm of Warden. We'll see what more you can do.
That's going to be grounded. It's going to get in between the third baseman and shortstop. That's Estrada and Barsness. So now a run comes home on that RBI single. It's 10-3, Easton Ogle.
Everybody advances 90 feet, going station to station. Bases are still juiced. And Isaac Herzig coming to the plate to try to extend this game. There's strike 1 to the left-handed hitter. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout and a couple of flyouts to right field.
Isaac Herzog swings at that. It's going to go into center field, and it's going to be caught, and that is how the game will end. Jordan Medina making the final out. So final score, LumberJacks 10, Bootleggers 3. LumberJacks improved to 3-0 on the year. Bootleggers fall to 2-2. What are your final thoughts on today's game, Zach?
Yeah, I mean, the big difference is that 8-run inning that the LumberJacks were able to get. It was a really well-pitched ball game through 4 innings, but you can't expect to win ball games when you've given up crooked numbers to your opponent, whether it's in the first inning, 5th inning, or in the last inning. That's just going to be the difference of a ball game, and that's exactly what we saw here today.
Well, thank you all for watching this broadcast. We'll be back pretty soon for the next matchup. It's A's Coyotes. Thank you all for watching.